Hello. Hi everyone, how are you? Let me see if I can just make this a little bit brighter. There we go. How are you all doing? I haven't done a YouTube live for a while, so I'm just getting to grips with where everything is on the screen. Oh, we've had a little comment already. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Give me a thumbs up on this video and then leave me a comment so that I know that you can hear me okay. Just seeing some people. Hi Kimberly, hi Helen. How are you all? Okay, we've got some people starting to join now, which is good. Hi Victoria. Hi Kay. I know where you're from, Kay. Oh good. We've got people joining. I'm hoping that the sunshine's not going to be too bright just here. We literally had snow about 15 minutes ago, and I said to my husband, I said, Anthony, it's snowing. And he told me that I'd lost my marbles. And then since then, Ella has literally been trying to find my marbles. Bless her. She thought I'd lost them because Daddy said so. Oh, lovely. We've got lots of people joining now. Good morning. Good morning. Wow. I can't keep up with the chat. Cricket Fox is watching from Australia. What time is it there? I wasn't sure what time to do this live because I know that a lot of people in the States will probably still be asleep maybe. And then I wasn't sure if Australia would be too late in the evening. Oh, Linda watching from Cape Town, Australia, Pakistan, Belfast, Cambridge. Wow. Oh, it's 8:30 Sunday night. Oh, that's not too bad then. This is pretty good time for you then, I guess. I hope you are all well. It's so lovely to actually chat with some of you. I've kind of been a little bit MIA on this channel, but if you have watched my previous chit chat video, which was probably one of my last videos, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago, you'll have probably known that I had a bit of work going on outside my house. And when I say a bit of work, it was 3 weeks worth of digging up the roads, and the house was literally shaking because the noise was just so intense. So obviously that meant that I couldn't film videos, which was really frustrating because I really wanted to try and get ahead, or I was ahead, but I wanted to try and stay ahead. And then I went to Scotland to see my sister and my niece, which was lovely. And I wanted to try and get ahead so that I could still have a video out for then, but that obviously didn't happen. And then here we are today in current circumstances. My daughter, here in the UK, schools and nurseries have closed, unless you're a key worker, classed as a key worker, which, although I think crochet tutorials are pretty key to society, I'm not classed as a key worker. So Ella is at home with me at the moment, and so is my husband. So filming is a little bit tricky. I'm just trying to figure out how we're going to navigate that over the next couple of weeks. We're doing a pretty good job tag teaming, me and my husband, of getting things done. So hopefully next week I'll be able to film some videos, but I'm really not making any promises. Thank you so much for all of you who've just been so patient. So yeah, I have actually been doing work. Last week, or this week just gone, I have actually been working on Crochet Society tutorials. So that's what I've been doing. So next week, hopefully working on some stitch tutorials and things for this channel. Okay, let's read some of these comments. Oh, they're going pretty fast. Oh no. Somebody's local knitting yarn shop in Rotherham has shut down for good. Do you sell knitting yarn? I don't actually sell yarn more. So when it was Bella Coco store, I used to sell yarn, but I don't actually do that anymore. I do have a store on Lovecrafts, which you can go and check out, and then I also do have a store, we also do have some of the yarn left over from some of the Crochet Society boxes on the Crochet Society website. I do have a pen and paper here because I am going to write down anything that I mention, so that I can leave the links in the bottom of this video after it's gone live. So yarn links. Alexi says, hi, with the sundown market bag, when you stitch the handle, is it stitched from the inside or the outside? So it's a design feature, so stitch it on the outside. However, if you really don't like that, then stick it on the inside. It's totally up to you, but I designed it so you could kind of see it, and then it'd be kind of a feature of the bag, but whatever you prefer. Oh, I'm just feeling my hands. Is anybody else's hands so incredibly dry? Judy says, any news on when Crochet Society Boxes box 10? Yes, you should have had an email about that, Judy. And also, if you're in the Facebook group, we did a post on there. I was going to talk about this later, but since you've asked, I'll talk about it now. So basically, for somebody asked me, am I bipolar? No, I'm not. So yeah, so basically for box 10, because of the current circumstances, there is a slight delay on the boxes getting to us. So we expect the boxes to be with us on the 9th of April. I'm trying to remember what month we're in. On the 9th of April. And then they'll go out to you as quickly as possible once all the components are put together. So there is a delay on that box. There will be a smaller delay on the box after that, and then hopefully we'll be back on track. It's just because, you know, the whole world seems to have stopped at the moment. So it's just been a bit tricky, but I really, really, really do thank you for your patience with that. Okay, lots and lots of questions coming through here. Helen says, hands were really dry until my granddaughter gave me hers. I'm guessing maybe hand cream or something. Oh yes, I've tried hemp hand cream, it's lovely. Okay, so I've talked a little bit about why there's been no tutorials or minimal tutorials just lately. It's just a series of unfortunate events. So thank you so much again for being so patient with that. I want to update you on a little bit of personal news as well. If you don't follow me on Instagram, on my lifestyle Instagram, so like my mummy Instagram, where I just share about my life, I share pictures of my daughter and things like that. We are actually set to move house, which is really exciting. Fingers crossed everything goes smoothly, because obviously there's like a chain of people, and with circumstances at the moment, who knows what might happen, but fingers crossed that all goes through. And we are set to move in the summertime, so that's super exciting. I did think that, since as we're in isolation at the moment, I would have started to organise my house a little bit more. There is a lot of yarn to move, but I haven't done that as of yet. But I think we're set for a good few more weeks of isolation, so I'll try and pull my finger out with that. So yeah, that's super exciting news. Ripple Marla says, hello Miss Bella, I love your channel. Thank you very much. Oh, congrats on the move. Thank you very much. Yeah, so that's super exciting news. With this house, there is a dining room, like a dedicated dining room in the downstairs, which we probably won't use. So that is going to be my office studio. So I'm super excited about planning that. yeah, so there might be, hopefully not, if I can get caught up, there won't be any disruption to videos once I get started back with them again. But please forgive me if maybe there's a week or so where there is not a video, just because, you know, moving is pretty stressful. But I would love to do a proper office tour. I've talked about doing an office tour for this room, but it's pretty tiny, to be honest with you. Where you're sat on my, there's like, I've put a small table in front of me where the laptop is, and then literally just behind there is where I film my tutorials, and my desk is and everything. So it's a pretty small room for the use that I'm using it for, but I've made it work. Jolene says, during lockdown, I've learnt the waffle stitch. Yay, I love that stitch. I love the squishiness of it. I also love the diamond waffle stitch as well. Judy says, thank you so much for everything you're doing. I know with all that's going on, life is crazy. Congratulations on the new house. So exciting. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, it is really exciting. So just lately, I wanted to talk about my whips now, just as I normally do in these chit chats, but just lately, I have been super busy with projects, and this is going to be really annoying, but I can't talk about any of those projects at the moment. So that's probably why I've been a little bit quiet as well, just in general, because I've been knuckling down trying to get these things done. I've been filming the Crochet Society tutorials, which, as you know, is all a secret, like a surprise, until the unveiling of it, the unboxing. So I have not I've not been able to share those. I've also been working on another project. There's so many exciting projects coming up soon, which I can't talk about. But what I can talk about is a few different things. So how many months ago is it now? It must be about 3 or 4 months. There's a couple of projects which I have spoken about, which the patterns have not yet been released. The first one is the Alaskan Delights hat, which I don't have with me now. I tried to look for it. I don't know where it is. The Alaskan Delights hat, which I featured on my Instagram. I have had that pattern tested, and I'm just not quite happy with some of the sizings. So I'm going to just adjust that a little bit, have to kind of go through that process again, and then get that out for you. I want it to be right, because I don't want to put something out there that I'm not happy with, but because I've been working on other things whilst also trying to juggle current circumstances, it's just kind of been put on the back burner. Same with the cardigan that I've been working on. That kind of came to a halt. I've said this before, but that kind of came to a halt because I'm at the stage now where I need to film the piecing together of it. So that's hello? I thought my daughter was outside the room then. Yeah, I've got to film that, so that's kind of been put on the back burner. However, there are a few things that I really, really want to do, and I've been restraining myself because I have so much other things to do than work on kind of personal projects. So I'm going to show you the yarn, which I have purchased just lately, and talk about the project that I want to do. So you may have seen this on my Instagram already. I'm going to show you this, and I feel a bit bad because you won't actually be able to buy this because they are limited edition. If any of you have seen the handmade home fibres, this is Sorella, her hand-dyed yarn business. I got this one. This one was the Disney collection, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, having this shipped over from the US did cost a pretty penny. I'm not going to lie, because I had to pay for shipping. And then I also had to pay for the import charge. So it did cost a pretty penny, to be honest, but look how gorgeous. I want to say this was the Cinderella one, but I can't actually remember what it was. I have an idea in mind for this. I haven't even like caked these up yet, because I know that if I cake them up, I will want to do the project straight away. And I want to do the Jagged Little Wrap, which is by the lovely Sam from Little Bud Creations. I always want to say Little Bud Designs, but it's Little Bud Creations on Instagram. I have the pattern ready. I have the yarn. I just can't wait to get started with this. And it's gorgeous. I think the pattern says it takes around 100 grams, no, 200 grams, sorry. I might be wrong. I'll have to double check, but I think this will be enough. However, if it's not, then I will just add some white into that, because I think this with white will look absolutely stunning. You can probably tell by my style, I like to have quite a light like base to things, so I think that would go really, really nice. And then also I bought this yarn. I can't remember how much this is, but this is a UK seller. This is Woolly Mama Yarns, and I bought these. How amazing are these? So this one, just look at those gorgeous colours. How beautiful. I always find myself wanting to buy these and buying them, and then having them for ages, because I don't want to spoil their lusciousness, and just taking a super long time to decide what I'm going to make with these. Also, excuse my isolation nails. So this is I'm going to say this wrong, I think. So the colourway is San Junipero. I don't know if I said that right. It's 4-ply fingering weight. This is 100 grams skein, and it is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Oh, just look at that. I'll repeat again, that is Woolly Mama Yarns, and I found them via Instagram. And then this one here, oh, just look at that. Also, I think this would also make a gorgeous jagged little wrap, you know, with some white. This is Midsommar. Again, 4-ply fingering weight, 100 grams. And then the same base as well. What do you think to those? What would you make with those? I'll show you the other one again. What would you make if you had these? I don't really work with fingering yarn much. I've always wanted to make socks. Never actually have made socks yet. Dare I say it? I love the look of knitted socks more than crocheted socks. Sorry. And I did actually buy some needles just to do socks, but just haven't got round to it yet. Everyone's saying I would make socks. 4-ply fingering weight yarn. So everyone's asking what fingering yarn is. It's just the weight of the yarn. So just fingering weight. I don't know if there's an equivalent, but 4-ply fingering weight. So it's lighter than a DK. Jean says you do have to be careful with a 4-ply with what hook size you use and what stitch you choose. Crochet Jewel says, what time is it in England? It is 11:20. Our clocks went back, no, so forward today. So it's officially British summertime begins. So it's now we're on British summertime rather than Greenwich Mean Time. Tina says you have a troll. If I see them, I will delete them. I will block them. Okay, so what else did I want to talk about? Okay, yes, so Crochet Society. Box 10. This is the gorgeous box 10. Super, super gorgeous. This is due to go out in, like I said, we'll get all the components together around the 9th of April. So it is slightly delayed because of everything that's going on at the moment. But box 11 subscriptions are open. So if you have not subscribed for box 10, there might be opportunity to purchase additional boxes once the live has gone. And then, what's that? Sorry, just got distracted by something there. Yeah, so you have the, if you didn't subscribe for box 10, box 11 is already on. You can subscribe to that. There will be a slight delay on that box as well, but not as much as this one, and then we should be back on track. I will be doing a design reveal on this channel. You'll see that on Wednesday. So you'll see the design and reveal on Wednesday for box 11. Now I know that box 10 won't be out yet, so some people might not want to see what the design is for box 11 if they've not got box 10 yet, which is completely understandable. But all you have to do is just keep it to one side for now until you get your box 10 and watch it whenever you like. But yeah, super excited for that. I'm excited for it all to be back to normal, aren't we all? Also, as well, we have a couple of offers for Crochet Society. If you want to purchase back boxes, which again, I'll leave a link in the description box below. For any back box that you purchase, you will get a free Crochet Now magazine, which is super exciting. Also, while I think about it as well, on excuse me, on More Mag's website, again, I'll leave a link. Let me write it down. More Mags have a huge selection of crafting magazines. So Crochet Now magazine, Knit Now magazine, loads of paper craft magazines, everything. They are offering free delivery on magazines. So if you can't get to the shops to get your crafting magazines, you can go to there and get them, which is so, so good, because is crafting not just keeping you sane at the moment in these crazy times? Leave me a comment. What have you been making since we've been on isolation or self-isolation? We're on lockdown here in the UK, so it's compulsory, but I know a lot of places are not yet on compulsory lockdown. But what have you been making? Can you convert the price to Indian rupees? Unfortunately, I can't, but if you want to go on, you know, there's conversion rates on Google, which might help you. Oh, I think we have some more people joining here. Pippa says, hello, Kitty from the Crochet Now magazine. Cute. Bouncy shoe, is that how you say it? I'm making a huge scrap blanket, gorgeous. A lot of people are making rainbows. Hazel has started a blanket. Beth has been making blankets and shawls. Jeanette! Jeanette started on her Christmas makes. Now that is what you call organised. Well done, Jeanette. Well done. Oh. Alexi says, in future, are you going to sell your own Bella Coco yarn? Who knows? Stick around and see. That is an ultimate dream of mine, and having Bella Coco yarn in the Crochet Society boxes has been amazing. And there's been such good feedback, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that is something that you will see. There are a couple of the Bella Coco yarns on, sorry if you can hear that noise, my husband is downstairs with Ella making meatballs for tea later. yeah, so you can, there are a couple of Bella Coco yarns on the Crochet Society website, but once they're gone, they're literally gone. Megan says, do you lose your crojo? Absolutely. Yes, I really do. I think it's really difficult when you're a blogger, a YouTuber, somebody who creates content constantly. It's really easy to actually lose your crojo, lose your momentum, because I don't know, for me especially, sometimes I feel that it's, you're just constantly trying to have to keep up. And for me, it's more so I find that because I'm trying to keep up, I actually have less time to just sit and create, which is why I don't bring out a huge amount of like patterns, because as you can tell with the cardigan and with the Alaskan Delights hat, it just takes quite a lot of creative energy, and having to produce that content, not having to, but producing that content because I love to, because I love to give you guys what you want. Sometimes it's just yeah. Sorry, just deleting a troll there, just blocking them. The thing is, I don't know if there we go. Okay. Victoria says, do you enjoy it when you have certain projects to do and deadlines to meet? It depends. I do find it a little bit stressful at times, I'm not going to lie. And that is probably what kind of makes my crojo go away sometimes, because I'm very much one of those people who likes to create from inspiration. So I love it when I'm in that moment and I start to create something. And it is hard sometimes when you have to kind of put that on the back burner to work on something else. But in general, do you know what, even though it can be stressful, especially when things happen outside of your control, that's the biggest thing for me, like the noise outside, that was something that was completely out of my control and stopped me doing something that I love to do. And that's where my frustration comes from sometimes. But you know what, there are bigger problems to have. Alexis says, what is your favorite project you have done? I don't know, there's so many, and I think because I do very much work from that place of passion, it changes. Do you know what I mean? So it changes from month by month, year to year. But one of my all-time favorite patterns is the bobble stripe blanket, which my daughter still loves and uses. Rupert says, I love your crochet work. Thank you very much. Sandra says, I've just completed a starburst blanket for my sister's 60th birthday. Please say happy birthday to Wendy. Happy birthday, Wendy. I hope you had an amazing 60th birthday. Even though I hope you got to celebrate. It was actually my birthday on Wednesday. Although we were kind of stuck inside, it was kind of nice and chilled, to be honest with you. I do like the step back in pace that isolation has brought, I think. So yeah, every cloud has a silver lining, doesn't it? Petra says, I'm making the bobble stripe blanket with the raspberry bundle. Oh, I would love to see that. Make sure that you tag me on Instagram. Oh, thank you for the happy birthday messages. 34. Where does the time go? You know that you're getting older when you actually have to figure out how old you are on your next birthday. Oh, Linda, it's her 60th birthday on Wednesday. I hope you have a lovely time, Linda. Marion says it was her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to all the isolation babies. All the March babies who had their birthday in these strange times. Yeah, so I think that's all I wanted to talk about today. It's been really nice to chat to you all. Thank you all for your lovely messages. There's lots of happy birthday messages coming through now, which is lovely. Thank you. I hope you're all well. I will, once I've done finished going live, I will leave some of those links that I talked about in the description box, and then I will also later today come back on the chat and see if I can answer any questions or anything like that. But thank you so much for coming to join me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I shall see you again soon. Bye.